signs. She said stop crying and get used to the try.
Hi everybody, welcome to our game. NBA Cup action coming your way shortly. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Got a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Donovan Mitchell.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Okoro in at the 3 spot. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Break since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021. The Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And so Young nails them both. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell. No good from 18.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Young from outside. Capella kicks to Daniels. Buries the long-range jumper.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Now, here's Mobley. Last game we saw him score 14.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Pass to Rizichet. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Cavaliers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Garland the pass to Okoro. Mitchell outside. Outside Garland. Here's Allen. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
It's been a slow start here for Cleveland. Looking for their first basket of the game. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And a lot of that begins with effort. Putting in the work and closing out possession should make this a much more contested game.
And stolen by Mobley. Okoro kicks to Garland. Pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Okoro dishes to Mitchell. Shoots. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And this is what Mitchell delivers for his team. He's an efficient shooter you can rely on for buckets.
Young looking around. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. It's stolen by Capella. Shoots over Okoro, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Outside Garland. Mobley, a screen on Johnson. The 3 from Garland. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
For a guard like Garland, hitting threes unlocks the rest of the floor.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to talk to his guys. And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. The Hawks second.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
Rizichet with it, covered by Mobley. Johnson with the bounce pass. Capella with a screen on Garland. Shots good from Young.
Easy to admire Young's confidence. Knows he has the ability to drain it from way outside.
Now here's Mobley. Hasn't made one yet. Now Garland from the arc. That shot off the mark. To the middle. And the dunk by Capella.
And the long arms of Capella, using them to perfection as a target for his teammates on that alley-oop.
Now here's Allen. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Mitchell outside. Pulls up. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Well, last season, the Cavaliers won their first playoff series since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them, Greg.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since 1993. So it was a huge deal for the organization as they continue to take steps in the right direction.
And when you're taking on a back-to-back, Richard, does your approach change at all?
As a player, not much. The coaches, they may look to adjust some minutes, but on the court, you just gotta keep pushing.
Hunter's checked in for Rizachet.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Down low. And there's Hunter on the assist by Johnson.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Pass to Mitchell. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Another 3 for Cleveland.
That's cash. Mitchell is a volume three-point shooter for a reason now.
Daniels passes to Young. There's the pick from deep three-point land. Cavaliers with the rebound. Mobley's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Pass to Allen. Mitchell outside. Mobley a screen. Shoots. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Creating the opportunity, Mitchell makes the right call for this situation.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Quinn Snyder, and his priority this time out is trying to make it hard for Donovan Mitchell. He told me Donovan is an elite 3-level scorer. It's going to take more than one player to slow him down. We need all 5 guys communicating and working together defensively. A big challenge. Guys?
Thank you, David. The 3 from Garland. The Hawks leading by 5. To the paint. The kick out to Young. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Daniels, how his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
And that's what you need from some guys on the team. Not everyone can be an all-star. You need glue guys to find that success too.
Richard, what's an element of the Cleveland Cavaliers team that you really appreciate?
How about their defensive efforts, Kevin? That's what impresses me the most. This squad does a good job of putting pressure on shooters and scraping that glass after a contest.
Free throw good, Niang. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
And Cleveland making a change here. Tyson's checked in. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
chance here to take a look at the numbers for Darius Garland. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. Here's Buffkin. Johnson sends the screen for Hunter. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Hawks lead by 5.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Merrill can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Pass to Buffkin. From past the arc. Hands it from downtown. And now it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Here's Merrill. And the 3 off target. Atlanta's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Here's Tyson. Still scoreless. LeVert inside the line. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And continuing to impress and taking on more responsibility. LeVert understanding when he should look to score. The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Now, here's Garland. 17 points in his last outing. Count that one.
The efficiency of Garland is something. This man believes that he can make every shot.
Here's Buffkin. 11 points last game. In the corner, it's Hunter. Off target from outside. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Pass to Tyson. LeVert from outside. Good on the triple. LeVert's got 5 now.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor it.
Hunter no good.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Merrill can't hit. The Hawks leading by 3. Bogdanovich dishes to Okongwu. Here's Buffkin. No good on the 3. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Garland the pass to LeVert. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
The first one falls. And the Hawks making a change here. Reza Shea checked in. And Cleveland also making a change. Mitchell, he's checked in for Garland. Both shots good from the stripe. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now, here's Hunter. He's got 6. Inside. Here's Okongwu. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Right back after this break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Atlanta?
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And we also have seen them continue to fire from deep. With the results they're seeing, you can understand why.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Sam Merrill out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then there's George Niang. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Tyson in at the 4 spot.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Now here's LeVert. Pass to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Tyson. Now Merrill. There's the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Merrill's got it all tied up now for Cleveland.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's Riza. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Riza-Shay's got his first 3 points of the game. And Riza-Shay, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Riza-Shay with it. LeVert defending. Stolen by Mitchell. To the inside. And stolen by Okongwu. Here's Riza-Shay. And the dunk by Riza-Shay.
Yeah, if you give Riza-Shay a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Mitchell sets the screen for LeVert. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. LeVert's got 9.
That's more than enough space for him to get that shot up.
Outside Bogdanovich. Okongwu with a screen on Mitchell. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. The Cavaliers making a change here. 4's checked in. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Cavaliers. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, the Atlanta Hawks, 9 games back.
Well, right now for the Cavaliers, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
Bogdanovich with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. In third, the Cavaliers.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
Matthews, he's checked in for Atlanta. Jared Allen's checked in for Cleveland. Okoro comes in for Sam Merrill. Bogdanovich against LeVert. In the corner, Okoro with it. 5 to shoot. And that one's good, Mitchell.
And you got to be right up on Mitchell, or else he will punish you right off the catch.
Pass to Matthews. Hunter with it. Now Bogdanovich. Trying tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Now, here's Okoro. He's guarded closely. Now, here's Mitchell. And another three for Cleveland.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Okongwu with a screen on LeVert, and it's in there. Bogdanovich has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And that's cash. Bogdanovich is a legitimate threat to burn you from that mid-range.
Back to Mitchell. Puts up a three. Again, Mitchell missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Bufkin. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Okongwu. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. And then on Monday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Here's Young, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, we've seen this a few times, Richard. Players getting booed at home, and that's got to be painful for a player.
You get taken back a little bit. For some players, it's deserved, but it's always a surprise. But you have to be self-aware. Did you deserve to get booed? In most cases, it's true.
That free throw good from Young.
And it's become clear what a leader Young is on this team. He senses when they need an infusion of confidence and always tries to provide it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Mobley comes in for George Niang. And it's Garland in for Karis LeVert. And so Young nails them both. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Now, here is Young. Darius Garland missing his last shot. And Trae Young gets the three. Young's got 15 points.
Creativity and shot-making ability to spare. Trae Young is getting loose tonight.
Garland kicks to Mobley. Down low, out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Evan Mobley. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And yet, you see he's been doing this all year. One of the best shot blockers in the league, always threatening to send it back in style. And the Hawks making a change here. Bodies checked in. Young outside. No good with the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Allen outside. On the wing, Mitchell. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Mitchell's got 11 points in the quarter.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Young. Capella kicks to Young. Another shot. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. 17 points in the game.
Oh, crafty move there by Young, finessing his way around the contact.
Mitchell outside. Off target from three-point range. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner to the middle. Capella with the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Allen, a screen on Bogdanovich. Here's Mitchell. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You thought that first quarter was good? He's been even better in the second.
RJ, the 2024 All-Star Game marked Donovan Mitchell's 5th consecutive selection.
When you score the ball like Mitchell, everyone notices. He's been putting up ridiculous numbers since the moment he came in the league, and yet he makes it look so easy most of the time.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. One of the most explosive scorers in the NBA, the great Donovan Mitchell.
Well, I think what makes his offensive game so elite is that he is a very strong and physical guard. He's improved his pick and roll game, and he's improved his distance from three. So the space that he has to work from is so impressive. Think D. Wade with a better jumper.
LeVert's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. The Hawks leading by 3. Young outside, driving the lane. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
Cleveland moving it around. Mobley. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Pass to Shea. Shoots over Mobley. And it's Shea missing. Garland surveying the D to the wing right side. Okoro passes to Allen. Shoots over Capella. A second chance effort. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And it's Shea missing. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And it's LeVert missing. Pass to Young. Here's the 3. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Mobley, a screen on Young. Holds it up there for Mobley. It's stolen by Capella. Pass to Shea. Here's Johnson. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Johnson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Screen by Allen. Here's LeVert. Can they get it? And he lays it up and in. LeVert's got 11 points.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Back to Young. And it's Isaac Okoro with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
That's his 2nd, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A 3rd, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Sam Merrill. He's checked in for Cleveland. Here's Shea. 5 points in the game.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Okoro passes to Merrill. Mobley outside. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Garland. No good for the 5th time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Shea. The Hawks again can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 8 to the right side. Garland the pass to Allen. A kick out to Mobley. Here's Merrill. It's through for his 2nd basket. He's now 2 for 6. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They've led by as much as 10. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
And the mental game you talk about, a lot comes down to coaching. Having your players focused.
Merrill can't hit.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Outside Garland. Pass to Mobley. Shoots over Capella. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Mobley. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Hawks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder, Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Tonight's featured game sees the Cleveland Cavaliers in a tight one.
A few things for them to focus on: more presence on the backboards, more physicality, maybe a few elbow sandwiches.
And maybe the guards need to crack back, get in there and help out.
All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East.
You look at Cleveland. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things, and I gotta say they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I gotta say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season at least. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Reza Shea is out there with Johnson. Then it's Trae Young. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Daniels in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Such a consistent shooter. Garland has worked so hard on his three-point shot.
Pass to Reza Shea. Lets the 3 fly. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Okoro with it. There's Garland. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Johnson kicks to Young. Capella sets a screen for Young. Good on the 3-point shot. Young's got 25 points.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
Mitchell outside. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Johnson gets the bucket.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Inside, here's Mobley. Out left to the wing. Okoro wide open. He fires. And it's off from 3-point range. Young finds Johnson. Back to Young. Johnson with a screen on Garland. Young's shot is off. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Mitchell with it and guarded by Capella. Knocked away. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Daniels. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Just great anticipation by Young. He just sees the play developing, knows exactly where he wants to go with the ball.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. we can look quickly at a group of rookies having a very good run, the top scoring first-year players in the NBA for the past 10 games. Third is Zaccharie Rizachet.
And, you know, they've given him some more responsibility offensively. In these past 2 weeks, he's responded.
To the wing on the left, Garland finds Mitchell. And here is Okoro. Pass to Mobley. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound, Atlanta. They've led by as much as 10.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jared Allen.
Aggressive move by Capella. His length and athleticism, it's tough to handle when he gets the ball that deep.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
No good on the second free throw. Since his first day in the league, Richard, Evan Mobley has been an elite defender.
And that's why he's been compared to Hall of Famers like Kevin Garnett. But we still need to see him develop the offensive end for those comparisons to be fair.
Here's Rizachet following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Young from outside drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Hawks.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
In the corner, Okoro with it. Mitchell wide open. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Young outside. The teardrop falls in. And now it's a 10-point Atlanta lead.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Trains the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 8 points in the quarter.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Young for three. Offensive rebound. Here's Rizachet. Traps in the tray. Rizachet has got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
To see the numbers for Capella.
A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 4th in field goal percentage. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And yeah, he's such an efficient scorer, understands the offense, moves without the ball so well. That's why he's top 5 in field goal percentage. Now, here's Garland. 8 points for him. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. George Niang, who's checked in for the Cavaliers. The Hawks leading by 10. Daniels passes to Young. All sorts of time, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Mitchell outside. Misses the three.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
After Shea. Young with no one around. From outside off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Here's the teardrop. Rebound Atlanta. Capella's got 11 rebounds in the game. 13 feet away. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And I like the resourcefulness Young brings to the table, taking any shot he can create.
Young against Garland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shea with it. 8 points for him. And here's Young from the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Young's got 15 points in just the second half. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. He's checked in for Daniels. Allen finds Okoro. Here's Mitchell. Over Bogdanovich, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Mitchell's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now, here's Mitchell after Clint Capella's miss. Mitchell with it. He's picked up by Shea. 6 to shoot. The wide open look here for Garland. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The Cavaliers trail by 15. Back to Okoro. To the paint. And the improvement, RJ, from Garland's dribble drive game has been immense.
Kevin, his confidence when he is ready to attack is next level. He's got great footwork, he's got a great handle. Very few defenders can stay in front of him in a one-on-one situation.
And he knocks down the first one.
And the preparation from Mitchell has made him dangerous in every facet of the game.
And Cleveland making a change here. LeVert's checked in. So he gets them both. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green, says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA, thanks.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Pulls from the top of the key. Garland with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. It's Niang with the jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And that one's good. Hunter's got 10 points in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Garland kicks to Okoro. Three-pointer, LeVert. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
The defense has been locked in on Mitchell, but he's done a good job making the right play.
Okongwu dishes to Johnson. Bucket is good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Hawks.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
Pass to Tyson. A three. It's good from long range. Tyson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Atlanta making a switch here. Nance is checked in. And so LeVert will bring it up for Cleveland, trailing by 13. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. They set the pick. The three from Garland. Atlanta with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. Bogdanovich and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Karis LeVert.
And you know, few guys play their role better than Bogdanovich. And by that, I mean he's often exceeding expectations and giving his squad more than they asked for.
First free throw is good. And the Hawks making a change here. Gay's checked in. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
LeVert from outside. Nailed from three-point land. LeVert's got 6 here in this quarter.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Hunter, no one around him. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to LeVert. And the layup falls. LeVert's got 19 points.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
And so it's Atlanta with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've done a lot of great work from long range. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So on the floor for Cleveland, they've got George Niang. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Sam Merrill. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Tyson in at the 4 slot. Now here's Bogdanovich over Mitchell. Bogdanovich, no luck. And here's LeVert. Pass to Merrill. Latrey. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks leading by 10. Here's Lundy. Now here's Okongwu. He's defended by Merrill. Over to the left wing. Fouled beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for 3.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
And he hits the first of 3. Matthews, he's checked in for Atlanta. Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. For 3, Mitchell. Hunter grabs the miss. The Hawks leading by 13. Releases from 15. Bank shot, no good.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Mitchell outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Atlanta. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. LeVert finds Mitchell. Now Niang, pass to Merrill. Hits it from three-point range.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Teardrop shot, count the basket. Hopkins got 5 points in the quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Merrill. From outside the arc, another 3 for Cleveland.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Bogdanovich inside. Covered by Mitchell. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Showing off his inside game. Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Mitchell's got 36.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Okongwu, the pass to Hunter. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Matthews, no one around him. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Bogdanovich, again the Hawks, good for 2.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Merrill can't hit. Atlanta leading by 13. Pass to Bufkin. Now, here's Hunter. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Okongwu. Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Okoro comes in for Sam Merrill. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Aston Yang. Now Mitchell. Screen by Niang. And another miss by Cleveland. Now here's Hunter. Johnson outside. Drills it from outside. And it's 13 points for Johnson.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Thompson. LeVert with it. Pocket 6. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor. Has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Daniels kicks to Johnson. Young outside. Offline with his 3. The Cavaliers trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Screen by Niang. LeVert with a wide open look. Misses and the dry spell continues. Lobbed up there for Johnson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. For 3, Mitchell. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists now in this one. Hunter kicks to Daniels. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. And the Hawks lead by 18. LeVert with it. And Capella sends it back. They recover it. Here's Mitchell. Rebounded by the Hawks. Daniels has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Johnson from outside. Rebound by Mitchell. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And here's Thompson. Down low. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Hunter driving inside. And he lays it straight in. Hunter's got 9 points now in just the second half. Now Mitchell. Trying to get open is Thompson. Shot's good by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 41.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Trae Young.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. So it's Atlanta now. Pass to Rizichet. The three from Johnson. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Mitchell outside. And the NBA last season, Richard, really emphasizing it's an 82-game league. And I know you love that.
Oh, that is my favorite thing. I was taught by the legends of the game that you go out there and play every single night that you can. At some point in time, the sports and science team realized that it is very difficult to be a professional. But I stand by. 82 games is an achievement that very few can achieve now.
Now, here's Okoro after Clint Capella's miss. Here's Allen. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after him. Pass to Daniels. Screen by Capella. And there's Daniels. That's good on the assist from Capella. Daniels has got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for Atlanta. Mobley outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Rizichet. And Daniels up top. Pass to Johnson. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. High arcing shot. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Daniels has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hawks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Trae Young.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Daniels passes to Young. Johnson outside. Off target with his 3. Outside Garland. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. So they finish out the NBA Cup group round as a 3-1 team.
And whether you're focused on the NBA Cup or the big picture of the regular season, early wins like these are great for your team.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thank you very much, guys. Trae, what does a win like this mean in terms of where this team is heading?
I think we're heading in the right direction. I'm super excited about the future here in Atlanta, the future in this team, and I mean, we're heading in the right direction.
Certainly looks like it, man. Thanks very much. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And so for Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and our reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thank you for tuning in to watch the NBA on 2K Sports. And now our player of the game, Trae Young.